Hi, how's it going? I'm just testing uh, live streaming, I guess. Hopefully soon we'll have live streaming in the channel as well. Can you hear me? Cool. I'm just trying to figure out if everything is working or not. I think there's like a small amount of delay, which I should figure it out. Maybe it's built in, I don't know. So, how's the audio and video and everything? Can you guys hear me? Like, for example, I'm placing like notes here. Can you tell me if the speed is okay? Okay, cool. So there's no delay, there's no like weird artifacts or anything like that. I'm just kind of trying to make sure everything is working because I know my internet is pretty bad usually. Somehow it seems like it's okay today. Noise in the background. Okay, let me see if I can figure that out. I should be able to add a filter to OBS. So let's add a noise suppression. Let's see. Is it better now by any chance? Or I think I added it to the wrong, yeah, I added it to the wrong layer, sorry. So if it was better, then that might be because it's using the wrong audio input. So let me see. Oh, okay, cool. So filter and noise suppression there. Okay, it should be good now, I think. How's it now? Is it okay again? Okay, cool, perfect. So, you can hear me correctly and everything. So, I just want to make sure everything is working now. I'm just kind of playing with Houdini right now. I'm hoping to actually be able to do kind of like weekly stuff. Screen fonts properly. What's not working for you right now? The fonts? There's a huge delay on my end. I don't know why is that. I think I have to change something in the settings. Maybe like latency or something. I don't know. Look it up. Okay, it's called latency. So how can I turn it off? Because it's really bothering me on my end. Yeah, but there is a latency on my end. So I'm just like talking and then I look here and I see myself not moving around. So yeah, that's a little weird. Or maybe it isn't. I don't know. Maybe it is working the way it should. I guess it's fine. Let's just leave it at what it is right now. And I'm gonna animate this to see. Yeah, probably something related to the connection. I guess I thought it would actually be much worse. So just the fact that it's working right now, I'm very happy about it. All right. So thanks, guys, for being here. I actually wasn't expecting anyone to join the live stream. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what I should do with the live stuff because I've been away for a while. I haven't really recorded anything. We have an interview coming up soon, probably this week, but I'm hoping to actually start Thai. I'm hoping to start creating a live course here on YouTube, kind of probably from scratch. So, assuming people are very new to Houdini, I guess that might be frustrating for some people. So, I don't know, maybe I'll just do like two different things. I'm not sure about it. But this way I could record more and I could just create more videos because recording and editing and stuff is just too much time consuming. So I'm thinking this might be a cool idea. I don't know if you guys are into it or not. Let me know if do you have any suggestions because this is literally like the first time I'm streaming. I had to spend like 10 minutes, 15 minutes just figuring out how I'm supposed to do it. Uh, if you have any suggestions or like tools that I could be using for streaming, that would be great as well. Let me adjust this thing. Also, let me know if you guys want a face cam or just something like this. So hide myself so you can see a Houdini screen, or if you think the face cam works or not. I don't know. Hi, Ricardo. Yay, Houdini school. Yeah, Houdini school is great. I'm just kind of trying to do some live stuff as well. I think it's a pretty good idea. I'll probably keep the face cam. Yeah, cool. I'll keep the face cam, maybe hide it if we don't really need it, but just kind of, and also, yeah, how's the placement? So I can just like move it up. I guess that's not a good place. I can move it here on the left corner or right bottom. I think these two are the best positions. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could just move it around if it's necessary. Let me make it a little bit smaller. I think maybe something like this would be better. Oh yeah, even smaller. So let's say, how's this? Like, is it too small right now? Cool. Also, how's the fonts? So can you guys see these? I guess with the wrangles, we could make things a little bigger. Uh, so yeah, like with the wrangles, we have the freedom to make things bigger, but with fonts, I mean, I guess we could also bring it up, but I kind of don't want to touch my Houdini stuff, Houdini settings. So if it is okay, we can leave it. If it's not, I can just bring it up from the preferences. We'll probably set the Vex stuff to be a little bit bigger. All right, cool. I'm glad everything is working. So, do you guys have a preference for the day for streaming stuff? I'm only available on the weekend. I can do Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So, one of these three. Which one do you guys prefer? I'm guessing probably either Saturday or Sunday, but I'll leave that to you. We have one Sunday. Ricardo is available. We have another Sunday. I'm guessing probably Sunday is the best day for this kind of stuff. How about the whole idea, like starting from scratch, covering basic Houdini stuff, going through everything? The first couple of sessions might be a little boring, especially if you are familiar with Houdini. Like I'm gonna go through like maybe some installation stuff, but I figure it's good to have these things on the channel. Uh, they might become handy later on. But after that, we're just gonna focus on uh, creating tools, doing a bunch of different stuff. I think it should be fun. Houdini save dialog. We don't need that right now. So while we're here, let me actually show you the new thing that I've been working on. So I've been working on a new tool. It's not finished yet, so we won't be really covering this in the upcoming weeks. It's gonna take some time. But thanks, Ricardo. But yeah, I'm working on an architecture tool set. So the way it works is there's a pretty famous program called Revit. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it or not. It's from Autodesk. It's a pretty expensive program. The way it works is you kind of like draw everything in the 2D space, and it will draw the 3D version of it for you. I'm kind of trying to create something like that for Houdini. Obviously, this thing just does so much more, and I can't cover all of it, but maybe some basic stuff should be cool. So it works based on curves. And the thing is, it's still very experimental, so kind of ignore the bugs because there are plenty of bugs. But yeah, like you could kind of start drawing plans in here. Let me zoom out a little bit. I'm going to talk about this very soon, but since you guys were here for the stream, we could have some fun with it. Oops. Let's draw something that kind of resembles a building. So the first node will generate a floor for you, and it puts it under the ground because obviously you're gonna need a foundation. And then you can add exterior walls. Make sure to connect the second input so you get this. And now what we want to do is we want to add doors. So door generator, and again connect the second one. Now it's throwing an error because it's an exterior door, so we need to set it up there. And this thing will give us a door. And we could invert it, flip it, reverse it, bring this placement down here. You could kind of move it around like this. It's nothing fancy, but I think it might be kind of helpful if people are trying to model buildings. It's pretty basic at the moment. You could set it to double door and maybe make it a little bit bigger. Something like this. And make sure everything is working on this side. It's not. And you could also open it and close it, which is kind of fun. It will also show you like the size of each panel in here. Let's kind of continue. We have window generator, which will put a window on your wall, and you could change its position. So I'm just gonna put it in here and make it wider. Bring the height up. Actually, bring it down a little bit, something like this. You can open it. It is kind of fun to work with it. Now at this point, you could add a building cleaner, which is a important node in here. We'll add color. Also, it will remove all these unnecessary detail attributes. It will only keep the ones that we need. And you could actually do some more stuff with it, but I'm just going to leave it for the time being. Let's add interior walls. Feel free to, by the way, just exit the stream. I'm just kind of testing things. I want to make sure everything is working on my end. So, yeah, no worries. Oops. Curve polygon. So I'm trying to draw interior walls, but it's not very obvious from this view. It's not really nice. So we have a section node, which will actually generate an architecture section for you. It will cut the building. Let me disable the light. And it will also kind of multiply the color on the places that it's cutting. You have a bunch of settings in here. We'll make it super dark. Switch to the blue background. Yeah. And also you could uncheck the colors from here. So you get like a black and white version, which is pretty nice. Now we could see everything better. So I'm just gonna go back to my interior wall generator and start drawing walls like this. I have one wall in here. I'll add something else in there. By the way, I come from architecture background, so if this workflow feels a little weird for you, because we do things a little differently in architecture, we are mostly trying to figure out actual building here. It's not integrated in Houdini, but it's similar to my copy variants node. I will release it, and then you can just start using it. For the time being, it's in like very early stages of the beta version, so don't expect anything like too fancy from it, but it is kind of functioning. You can see like your walls in here, for example. And then, for example, in here we have 3 walls. And I will go to another door generator. And again, connect the second input. So now I can add doors, as you can see. R&D stands for research and development. So it's still being developed. As you can see, I can just move this door around. I can switch the wall, so it will detect all the interior walls that you have in here. We're working on the interior version for the time being. And it will kind of select them, each one you're working with, and then you can place it wherever you want. So this would be kind of like a bathroom in here. So let's flip it. We need another door now. So another door generator to get to work on the second one. And I'm just gonna bring this one down here. Maybe flip it. Maybe also reverse it. Yeah, and let's just leave the other one. I don't really care about it. And then we can add, come back in here, add another floor. Now, when we're adding a new floor in here, we need to actually select the level. So currently we're working on level 0. So now we're working on level 1. And we need to add a height to it. And there we go. As you can see, it will put things inside. The reason for that is because we kind of want things to be outside for the most part. And we want the building to look a little bit nicer. So if I add exterior wall, you can actually see what I mean. So that we only get this one line. Which will show you the level. If I don't put it on the inside, it will actually show you 2 levels. You have the option for doing that, by the way. If you don't want to do it like this, you could actually say, hey, put it above and now put it on max. So it will put it inside. But the other one is kind of nicer. And one thing that you can do in here, and this is kind of experimental, but we have a staircase generator. And for this staircase, we need to provide a point. Let's generate it. And now we can move this point around. And it's doing the Boolean operation for us, putting these really basic stairs for us in here. It's kind of automatically figuring out where it's supposed to go. As you can see, I'm messing with the wall, and also this opening is not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be kind of close to here, but I haven't had the time to fix that. And right now we're generating an L-shaped stairs. If I bring this one down, I can actually create a straight one, and I just have to play with the number of steps to kind of make it a little bit nicer. And you could also disable this landing thing if you have like more space, but I would recommend keeping it. It's pretty like standard stuff. And the nice thing about it is that the section generator will automatically detect everything. And if you come from architecture, you know that you need to hide everything if they're not visible in the plan. So we're cutting this thing. So it will automatically generate these types of hidden lines for you. One really nice thing about it is that in the building generator, you could also select this section, which will generate a 3D section for you, which you could kind of move up and down. Sometimes it will throw an error. For example, in here, it happens when you don't have any windows or anything on the outside. But other than that, things look fine. Could also show the wireframes for the remaining stuff. It's very like kind of architecture related, but I think it's kind of nice. And yeah, that's kind of like a demo. Let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions for this tool, I'd be happy to add things in here. You could also triangulate your mesh. So like for gaming and like engines and stuff like that, this is actually pretty useful. I'm gonna add a UV generator here next to generate all the UVs. And with the section generator, one nice thing about it is that the second output is actually generating a scaled version of it, which you need to go to the front view to actually see it. So this is right now working on an A4. Let me actually disable this triangulate. Yep. On an A4 paper, and you could give it a scale, so make it smaller or bigger relative to the paper size. You could also change your paper. Let's go with A2. These are really like architecture terms. I don't know how much you guys are gonna. Yeah, you could copy them, but it will throw out like weird stuff if the walls are changing. But if you're working with the same walls, if everything looks the same, you could actually copy everything over. It's pretty like easy to control everything. Like if I want to add another floor here which looks exactly like this, I can just copy everything and then I can actually start playing with them. I'm gonna add a new feature for the door generator where you can actually like put a point similar to the staircase generator, where you can actually like specifically give it a point and it will generate it there. But yeah, right now instancing. About instancing, what do you mean by instancing? Like instancing the door and stuff like that? Because right now we are just generating it as we go. So the way I've designed it, what I had in mind was that, for example, you're an architect and you're trying to actually design a building, which you're then trying to, for example, extract these kind of documents from it. So you're trying to kind of export actual architecture related documents from here. And you are designing it as you go. Now, if you're just trying to kind of instance things, I'm gonna kind of put all of this together in like one node. Houdini already has a building generator, I think, but it's a little complex. It requires a lot of input. But this way you could just kind of randomize things and let the tool create a bunch of different buildings for you, which are functional, but they're not the best. And maybe they don't really have a lot of interior stuff. They're kind of mostly exterior. But that way you could actually get some like nice results from there. Also, for some reason, this is the color is not right there. I should fix that. Where am I generating that? I think it's the section generator. Yeah, it's here. Why is it throwing this weird color in here? Which one is responsible? This has been my life for the past couple of months. So for the past couple of weeks, I've been working on this thing, but for the past couple of months, I've been working on copy variants. So I'm just kind of going back and forth, editing things. For some reason, the colors are not coming through in here. Why is that? We're transferring color, and we have already color data up there. What happens if I So when I enable the layers color, everything looks pretty good. If I disable it, things don't look that good. So we have this thing, we generate this, we come down here, and there we go. That's where the issue is happening. If I kind of blend it, I don't know, I have to figure it out later. But yeah, this is like the current stage. Should be much more kind of functions in here, but for the time being, I'm pretty happy with it. I figured let's just keep it at what it is right now, and we can obviously come back to it later. Okay, so we are promoting everything. Everything is working in here. Oh, I get it. It's trying to look up the stuff from the actual original mesh. So if I disconnect it from there, I should be good to go down here. There we go. We're generating this, and if I switch this to the colored version, there we go. Everything is working now. Okay, cool. So save this. That's current version. No, now it's working now. It was reading the lines and the geometry, so it was trying to copy the colors from the geometry. I figured I just have to disconnect this, and now everything is working. We're getting our hidden lines from here. And it's very easy to kind of manipulate everything when they're in the 2D version. All right, cool. We don't need to save this. So I think that's it for today. I kind of do a very quick test live stream to see if everything is working. Let's hope that next week my internet is okay. And if it is, I'm gonna be streaming probably around the same time. Maybe a little bit sooner, because right now it's almost 1 a.m. here. Maybe, let's see. Let me see when would be a better time. So I kind of want to make sure everyone can watch. So for me, like 10 p.m. would be perfect. PDT, that would be 10 a.m. So I think that's fine. It's not that great for... Oh, actually it is. Yeah, 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. for Europe. So I think this is pretty good. Kind of revolving around everyone's schedules. Oh, that was not, that was EST I was looking at. This is Europe. I actually bring it a bit higher because I mostly work with Europe. Yeah, 7:30 p.m. should also be fine. I think my 10 p.m. would be pretty good for most people. But I guess we should wait and see. Right now, we don't have a lot of people here. I guess that makes sense because I didn't really advertise it or anything like that. Kind of random. But I should start advertising for it. Hi, Said. Are you currently in Iran or are you outside? Cool. I'm planning on moving to Germany soon. Maybe a couple of months, hopefully. When would that be in New York time? Let me actually add New York in here. See if... For sure, Said. I'll let you know. I'm still not sure when it will happen or if it will happen or not, but okay, for New York, 10 p.m. would be 1:30 p.m. as well. Oh yeah, EDT. Okay, for sure. And we already have it. So I think it will work for you in New York as well. Let's hope it does. I think 10 p.m. is much better for me because right now it's like 1 a.m. and in the morning I have to go to work. So 10 p.m. would be actually nice. Maybe Saturday would be better now that I'm thinking about it, because then I can just stay as long as anyone's available. Because Sundays I have to go to bed like at least maximum, like let's say 2 a.m. or something like that. Yeah, but on Saturdays I actually have a lot of time. So maybe we'll do it on Saturday. I'm not so sure. I'll have to. Well, I think we'll figure it out. I think we'll figure it out. Let's just say weekend for the time being, and we'll figure it out when we get to it. Cool. So thanks, guys, for coming to the stream. I know this wasn't really like a lot of stuff, but feel free to let me know actually what kind of topics you're interested in. I'd be happy to just cover anything that you guys have an issue with. There's a pretty high chance that I'll have an issue with that as well, so I'm not claiming to know everything. But as long as I know something and I can help, I'd be happy to do it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for coming to the stream, and take care, guys. Bye bye.